Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and to this video. For today I was thinking we could be using our scraps of paper, and I do have a lot of scrap of paper, and I'm just finishing off this block from Canson. And well, I guess I do have some scraps here that I got left over from previous cards. I'm gonna use that, and this is 100% cellulose watercolor paper, 300 GSM or 140 pounds. So I will also be using, I have this paper, it's actually not really, it's 200 GSM or 94 pounds. So it is quite thin for watercolors, and it does work. I usually use it for practicing, and it will be quite nice for doing cards. So I will be using this paper. I just can pick up one. I will be using this paper for the background, and well, the scraps of Montval watercolor paper to paint in a smaller parts of the cards. Well, you will see later on. And also I will be using my watercolors and some watercolors from Etchr. Well, this is gonna be fun spring cards, so we're gonna use fun, well, I guess it will be maybe a little bit pastel colors, we'll see later on. Also, I will be using these ink pens. These are from Etchr, just a regular ink pen. See, this one is 01 and the other one is 03, so just a little bit thicker, but if you have only one, it will do just fine. Also, we will be using these brushes. This is one a little bit bigger round brush and one little bit smaller round brush. And also, well, you can use one quite larger brush. I will pick up one mop brush. This is a little bit bigger for doing the background, because we won't be doing background for each card, but just all together. And I think that's it. That is everything we're gonna need for this. Of course, some scissors, paper, yeah. And that's basically it. So let's get started. I will be kicking off this painting with some splatters. And first I've splattered in just a clean water with this mop brush. And then on top of it added just a little bit of the blue, then a little bit of a darker yellow. And just basically you can sprinkle any color you're gonna use for your cards. So whatever colors you like to use, you can definitely sprinkle them here. You can give yourself a free hands and just go with your gut and splatter wherever you like, however you like, small splatters, larger splatters. Then use your brush to mix it all in with the tip of your brush. Just mix it all in, or don't. That's basically whatever you want to do here is up to you, and your background can be whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be lighter, you can use lighter colors, or if you want to be monochrome, just use one colors. If you want it to be happy and colorful as mine, of course do that also. After I finished, I will leave it to dry completely, and then I picked up my scraps of paper and just dividing it into half, into 4 parts. And I will be using this ink pen, and this time I will do the inking first and then the paint. So definitely something you should consider is using a waterproof ink pen. So because if you do use one that is water soluble, when you are starting to add your watercolors, it will smudge all over. So it needs to be a waterproof. If you don't have a waterproof ink pen, we'll just leave this part for the end. Do first the watercolors, and then at the end do those doodles and do the flowers and, well, your inking. And for the first fun, I am doing a couple of smaller flowers, some foliage, and first 2 are gonna be flowers, and the 3rd, 4th, 5th, I don't know how many I did, I think I did 6, are gonna be cactuses. So you can doodle anything you like. If you don't want to do cactuses, you can doodle all the flowers, or if you don't want flowers, you can just As I said, use some maybe abstract shapes. That is also fine, whatever you like. This is just an idea, and how I'm doing it, I'm all doing it in circles. So later on when I add watercolors, I think that would look really nice. And now I'm just gonna finish my doodles, and I will leave you to enjoy that. So when finished with my doodling, I moved on to adding watercolors, and for the first one I've just picked just some yellow and did a square, somewhat like a square, and in some parts added a little bit more of color and some parts a little bit less. For the second one, I'm gonna do a circle. This one is going to be green, and as you can see, I'm not trying to stay within the borders of my doodles. I don't even care about my doodles, what I did, so I'm just painting it and adding colors wherever I want. No regards to the doodles. For the third one, I've picked up a little bit of the blue. Same thing, adding on some parts a little bit less, on some parts a little bit more of the pigment. And for this one, I also decided to add a little bit of the green on top and let those two colors mix slightly, blue and green. Fourth one, I'm adding some pink. Again, another square, somewhat a square shape. And same thing, a little bit more, a little bit less, tapping in with the tip of my brush, adding the pigment where I do want to add that. Also for this one, I've added a little bit more of the yellow on the right side. Your shapes don't have to be square or circular. They can be whatever you like. They can be irregular shapes, they can be leaf shapes, they can be flower shapes. You can just use your imagination and add any shapes you like here. It don't have to be, as I said, those circles or squares or triangles. It can be whatever shape you like. Also at the end, I decided to tap in to sprinkle a little bit of the yellow on all of my small little cards, and for those that already are yellow, I've tapped in just a little bit of the green. I left it to dry completely and then used my scissors to cut them on the lines that I drew earlier, and I will be placing those on top of my background that I did also earlier. And now well, you can see now all of them together, quite cute. So this is the background. I've dried it completely, and now you can see this is a thinner paper, but since I've dried it with my hair dryer, I was minding how am I drying it to make it as straight as possible. So I do actually have a video in which I'm talking about that, how I'm avoiding very huge warps of my paper. So I will link it down in the description box. And also I do iron my paper. I will link that video also. That's the second video, so you can check both out. And now I've cut those pieces, cut that paper into 6 parts. How many little cards I do have. And now you can place them on a card. You can just use maybe again another thinner watercolor paper, or maybe thicker printing paper, fold it and then place your cards on top of it. And just again, you can use imagination. You don't have to cut 6 parts of your background. You can cut maybe even more different shapes and just layer your cards, your background and your cards however you like. And with that, I'll be finishing off this video, and of course this, well, I guess cute little cards. I hope you enjoyed it. You're maybe gonna give it a try, and if you do like it, please hit the like button, share it and comment. If you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot to me. And guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!